goes down to G. Okay, but this one is different. That's right, yes. Past C, back up again. But this one doesn't. Okay?
Wow.
No big deal.
What does the word mean?
It means that this one corresponds to this one, and he's saying some things for you to look at.
Oh.
Okay. Saying fourth and fifth fingers are naturally weak, so so he has you doing lots of extra work on the fourth and fifth fingers. Ready?
Left hand.
Yep. And two and. Catch you again. It's the same. Yes, try it again. Yes, and if you're wondering why I jumped up an octave, it's because if I kept going, I'd be having my elbow in your rib cage like that. So I switched up so you'd be knocking you over.
Oh.
Okay. All right. You're on the right track. Let's see some staccato.
Right hand.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Go ahead. Those are the wrists. Keep the wrist working. A little slower. More. Bending that wrist. That's right. Good. That's all I want to see. Let's see a little bit of left hand.
To more bending, the speed went down. The speed goes down, right?
Yes. If he needs to slow the speed down in order to do a good wrist, I'd rather that he do that. But of course, we want little by little for him to be able to do faster and faster wrists.
Okay.
When you think about it, by the way, when he first came to me,
Yeah.
we were doing this.
Yes.
This is the biggest, slowest, fattest staccato in the galaxy, right? That's what you were doing.
That's called a non-legato.
Non-legato. That's right. And then later on, we did half notes. If you remember, we went like this. 4,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we did in quarter notes. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we went. And that turned it from non-legato into staccato. And then we did eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. Little by little, we're getting that wrist to go
Okay.
faster and faster. So
This is 16th.
that's right. This is 16th. So little by little, we're trying to get that wrist
Okay, there's
to be
smaller
and faster.
Smaller, yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Smaller and faster. That's right. Yes. So that was that first lesson when I gave you that. That was the staccato that ate New York City. You know, it was so big and huge and slow.
Wow.
Yes.
What about California?
Yes, California too. Yes.
What about the whole earth?
I don't know if it's that big. Maybe after it grows. Okay, so let's do some left hand. A little slow so you get the wrist. It's very important that your wrist be working. Ready? And two and wrist. That's right. That's good. Let's get to your Clementi Sonatina, first movement. And let's see how that's. We have that now.
And do we need to combine the two hands now?
We will.
Oh,
Yes, probably Monday. I will.
On Monday, okay.
Yes. Ready? Right hand. Counting out loud. I'll count with you, but I will not count for you. Do you understand? Here goes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and. Yeah, remember what I told you? That's all legato. And 2 and 3 and that's right. 2 and 3 and 1. That's still legato. And 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and right hand. Now phrase. 1 and 2 and 1 and yes. Now these guys, I'm changing this articulation. I want you to play those last two staccato. Dim ba da dum bum ba. Staccato there. 3. Let's try again. Back one measure.
This,
Oh, I'm sorry. No. The beginning of that measure. That's right.
this, one.
Right here. So I want these two guys staccato.
These two, 16ths.
No. 2/8 notes here. And these two also. Okay, so it'll be like this. And 2 and 2 and 2. Okay.
Wow.
All this is all legato. All legato.
Wow.
Wow. That's all legato. But these two is going to be staccato. Put it down here too.
Also to staccato?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Wow. Not really a wow.
And then from here to here was legato, right?
All this is legato. Yes. All
From
the way.
here to here.
No,
No,
this
this
is
is
going to
a-
be two staccatos here.
Just staccato, I see.
And two. All these phrase marks and dynamics and so many things are added by the editor, and so we can feel free to change things around as much as we like, because that's not Clementi, that's some other person that we've never heard of. Okay, let's try it again from the beginning.
This,
The beginning.
this.
These, yes. 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Legato now. 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 2. Phrase beautifully. 3 and 1 and 2 and off, right and 2 and off, 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and two, and three, and legato, two, and three, and two, and phrase, and one, oop, and two, and one, and two, and two. Yeah, but remember I changed that fingering. Do they go back one measure? High F. Mm-hmm. And two, and now legato. No, I remember I did not lift there. And three, and one. Now fourth finger. And two, and three, and yes, lift beautifully. That's right. Okay, let's do those two phrases again.
This
Mm-hmm. And two, and three, legato. One, nicely there, FN, for the low G. Do it again. Yes, yes. And two, and legato here. One, and two, and now phrase beautifully. That's right, okay. So would you write FN after that G for me, please?
FG here.
No, FN.
FN.
Oh.
Finishing nice.
Finish nicely. No, you're writing it in the wrong place. No, 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 no.
Hey. Oh, that's not right there.
You're gonna write it there. It's this note here. So this is all legato.
Wow.
That's not a wow. Let's try again. Come here. And two, and three, and one, and two, and three, off. One, and two, and three, whoop, no, let's write notes. One, and two, and three, and one, no, caught you again. Okay, let's go back and let's get all this right.
This,
No, I want you to do all the 16th notes in the middle of the third line.
this.
Yes. Number one, you gotta get the notes. And three, and one, and two, and one, and two, and three, and one. And now go back and you gotta get the right notes. Do it again. Three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and no, and two, and three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and two. Correct. Two. Go back and let's do it again.
This.
Yes, yes. Three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and no, you keep playing that D. There's no D there.
Oh.
And two, and three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and two, and three. That's better. One more time. Why are we doing this part over and over again?
Because I know
Because that's where the mistakes are. Not just that wrong note, you had the wrong rhythm in the other line as well. And we're fixing all those at the same time. Let's do it again. Three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and no. Did it again. Again. Three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and two, and three, okay? You got that right, but you made some other mistakes. Let's try it again. There's no mistakes. No, I want to do the 16th notes as well. Three, and one, and two, and one, wrist, two, and wrist, and wrist, and two, and three, and one again. Three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and two, and three,
Oh, this is a staccatos and this is staccato, but I forgot the two staccatos.
But you forgot what? I'm sorry?
The two staccatos.
That's right, there's two staccatos, so you should do both of them. That's Mr. Thermopoulos' rule number 498, right? That if there's only one staccato at the end of a phrase, ignore it. But if there are two staccatos, then do them. And that is a good example. Okay, do that right where you're pointing.
Here?
Mm-hmm. And two, and two, and off, and off, and that's right, you do both of them. Okay, so let's do it one more time, and then we skip the repeat for now. We'll go right on into the B section.
Here?
Yep. And three, and one, and two, and two, and two, and three, and one, and two, and three, and wrist, 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 one, and two. Now let's see what you do here. One. Caught you.
One and
No.
one.
No, that's not the end. That's not the rhythm that you just played for the last three measures. Those are all eighth
Oh,
rests.
now
This
I
is a
know.
16th rest. Now, you haven't shown anything. You have to be able to count that rest. 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. That's right. 3 and okay. Take the pencil, please, and write COD.
What does that mean?
Count.
Count or die.
Here?
Yes.
I want to die.
Write down in regular pencil, in the empty white space in the margin, COD =, count or die. And you can put a skull and crossbones too if you like.
Oh?
If you don't know what a skull and crossbones is? It's a
Skull.
crossbones like this.
I don't know how to draw. Equals
Yes.
count
Or die.
Should we? Every time we practice, we need to count
Yes.
in the mind,
Yes.
by heart.
No, I want him to count out loud. Because,
Loud, okay.
Yes, yes. Because if he tells you that he's counting in his mind, he probably is for a little while, but then it
And then
begins to fade
sleep,
out, and then it's
sleep,
gone.
yes.
Oh, I draw a person and I got an X on his face. That means he's dead.
Oh my goodness. Now let's do from the double bar again. Count. From the double bar.
Here?
Nope. Correct. So sometimes it's an 8th rest and sometimes it's a 16th rest. So you have to know the difference. Ready? 2 and 3 and 1. And nope.
1,
And 2 and 3 and 1. 2 and 3 and 1. 2 and 3 and 1. Correct. And 3 and 1. 2 right. And 3 the right note. That top note is a D, not an E. Right. Yes, better mark in that it's a D. Circle it. Just write D.
this one?
I don't know. I can't see your hands in the way.
The wrong notes.
Right here.
Oh, what about a circle blows? What is a circle blows?
Okay, but you want to make sure that you put a 4 for the first one, not for the second one.
Okay.
Okay, let's try again on the top of the page. Yep, that whole line.
These.
Why? Because that's where the mistakes are.
These.
These. Here goes. Same place. 3 and 1 and 2 That's right again. 3 and 1 and 2 Yes, all right. Now let's go back from the beginning of that line.
This.
Yes. 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and now don't lift here, legato. And 2 and lift and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 oh man, here we go again. Same rhythm, it's 4/16 notes with the first one missing, never mind. That doesn't help you because you haven't shown me the length of the wrist. Start right from that measure, please.
This.
2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 wrist wrist 1 no got you again. Yes, that's at the beginning of that line again.
This.
2 and 3 and 1 and 4/16.
Oh, I want to die.
You might have to. Just kidding. 2 and
How do I
3.
die?
Yes. 3 and 1. 3 and 1. And 2 and 3 and 1. And 2 and 3 and 1. Wrist. 2 and wrist. And 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. Okay, let's do the beginning of that line. And would you take the pencil, please, and write COD there?
Like this.
Yes, like that.
What about I just write counter die?
Why don't you just write the abbreviation because it's faster? Ready? We try it again. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Right. Go on. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 and one and two and one, right, and one, section. There's a staccato there at the end of the slur, and it's one of two, so you do them both.
Oh.
Do the scales going down.
Wait, this is a staccato?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And this one?
Mm-hmm.
One.
And two. Ooh, yuck. Three, and one, and two, and three, and one, and two, and off. That's right, just like the other ending to the other section.
These?
Mm-hmm. Good. All right, that's much better today. We still have some rhythmic problems, and top of the second page, bottom of the first page. Those are the hard parts. You have to work on those extra in all pieces, and you're going to see as you progress that the pieces get longer and longer and longer. You know, this piece is the longest one that you've had so far. The first movement is 2 pages, the second movement is 1 page, and the third movement is 2 pages, so that's 5 pages altogether. But I've got news for you. That's not particularly long. If you look at a piece like
Like Beethoven Sonata? Like Bach?
yes. So this, for instance, this is all written in German, but this is
Wow.
Beethoven Piano Concerto Number 3. This is one piece. This is one entire piece. Yes, the double bar
It's a-
is here.
It's
Oh.
50
whole piece.
minutes. 50
Oh,
minutes. to
No,
play.
it's about 40 minutes.
Oh, 40 minutes?
40, yes.
Just like Chopin?
There are some Chopin pieces that are 40 minutes long as well. Yes, yes.
about the
So
musicals?
can you imagine? You know, if you're over here someplace and you mess up these notes, what are you going to do? You're going to go back to the beginning?
Nope.
You know, you have to.
I forgot about it. I move on.
But that's right. You'll forget it by that time. Exactly. So you have to immediately focus in on the places that are the most difficult, where the mistakes are, and your problem areas are, of course, over here. These 16th notes, and these rhythms here, and this problem over here, and all this over here, right? And definitely this over here.
Wow.
Those are the places that you should focus on. You should concentrate on that. This part, you know, that doesn't take much work. You already have all of those notes. So you have to focus. And again, as the pieces get longer, it takes it. You have to practice more, of course, when you're older. But even then, there's not time to play the whole piece through 10 times. You know, you have to get to the really difficult spots and work on those and make them good. And then tomorrow when you work on it, there may be some different places that you're making mistakes. Then you work on those and you work on it until there are no places left, till there are no mistakes left. Yeah. And of course, in this left hand, which is so incredibly boring, you should skip most of it because da 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 is dreadfully boring. So you skip most of it, like we did last lesson.
At least the guy needs to get the note familiar first.
Yes,
Get the
that's
note
right. Then
play
skip.
smoothly and
Mhm.
then focus on those difficult parts.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Okay, let's do left hand now.
Are we going to skip it?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready? 2 and 3 and yeah. You probably, as Daddy was just saying, so that you can play it nice and smoothly. Probably once in a while you should play all the notes without skipping everything, so that you get a feeling for what it is. But then most of the time you skip it because it's the same thing over and over again.
Oh, my dad said when it's only one time, I don't have to skip it.
Yeah, one time you don't have to skip it. One time do it all the way through so you get comfortable with it. The rest of the times you can skip it.
Okay.
Okay, here goes. 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Skip ahead. 1 and 2 right and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and yes, all legato there. Do that again from the B flat.
Here to here.
Mhm, yep.
Legato.
B flat and 2 and 3 and right 3 and whoops.
3 and
You skipped a beat. This is why you have to count. So whenever he tells you I'm counting in my head, don't believe him.
Wait a minute.
Who always asking me, can I count them in my mind?
Oh,
If we were sure that he was doing it, but you know that he's not doing it because he's playing the wrong rhythm. He skipped the third beat. That's how we're sure that he's not counting in his mind.
Yeah.
And that's
How's it
counting.
that?
You were absent from school the day they taught the number 3. Were you sick that day?
huh?
Were you absent from school the day they taught you the number 3? No?
I don't know what you mean.
I'm making a joke. You know what number 3 means, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so you have
To
to be
say
able-
that school?
She got
Did you just say that school? Like absent?
I was just joking. I was saying, were you absent from school the day they taught you the number 3? And
Oh.
the answer is no, of course, you were there. Now let's do that again.
What about I put COD?
Okay, good idea. 3 and Yeah, let's do it again. I told you about that fingering. Fingering doesn't work. To the middle of the third line again. Middle of the third line. Yes. No. What note is that?
Oh.
Yes. But you can't reach it with second finger. It's going to be thumb. I told you. Mhm. Thumb on both of them.
Wait a minute.
One on the F and one on the G. Now let's do the last 2 measures of the third line again.
These.
Mm-hmm. No, the last 2 measures.
Oh.
Not the last 3 measures. Mhm. One. And yeah, the legato, that's the whole point.
Huh?
Legato is I want you to go smoothly from one to the other.
Okay.
Try it again. Do from the last 2 measures of the third line again. Off on the F. And no staccato. No, you misunderstood. I want you to go legato from here. I don't want you to lift here. I want you to go. Oh, I see what you did. This. So staccato with rests. So I want 1, 2, 3, off. Here.
Like to the fourth
Leg.
line.
Hmm?
Legato
That's
to
right.
the first line.
Legato from here into here. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Leg.
Leg. Atto. Yes. Again from here.
What's atto?
That's the end of legato.
Oh.
Leg. Atto. Quickly, I want to get you to the end. We're almost out of time.
Okay.
Off and 3 and 1. What are you doing?
Oh.
What are you doing? Those are 16th notes and then 8th notes. Come on.
Mm.
And 3 and yes. Do it again. 2 and 3 and 1. And 2 and 3 and yes. Off and 3 and 1. 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. And right. And 2 and 3 and other time was a dot rhythm. This is plain. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2. Yes, okay. Circle those two eighth notes and write C-O-D.
E. These two.
Yep. The other time it was a dot rhythm, but this is plain old eighth notes. Let's go right there.
Here.
Yes, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and come on, 2 eighth notes and a quarter note, it's easy. 3 and 1 and 2. No, do it again. Get there, legato.
Here.
Yes,
Here,
go
look
right
at
to
it.
there. That's right. 2 and 2.
But this,
Eighth notes. Those are staccato, yes, but going from the previous measure.
but this is third finger.
But I want you to reach it. I'm saying thumb. You can't reach third finger. 2 and yes. And hold and off and 1 and 2 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 and 3 and 2. Skip ahead. 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and skip ahead. 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. Yes, write that it's a B flat. A lot of mistakes still. A lot of mistakes. This time.
Oh. 1.
And 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 2 staccatos, remember? Right. Okay, I want this, when I hear you on Monday, I want this to be ready to go to Hens Together.
Wow.
There's no wow about it. When you mess something up, you work on it 10 times or 15 times or 20 times until it's not a mistake anymore, and you go.
This is legato, right? Here to here.
No, there's a rest here. I want
there's
to
a
lift,
rest.
yes.
So which legato?
I was talking about going from here.
Oh, from here to
from
here.
here to the
I
first
see.
note here.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
Mhm.